All right. Thank you for coming, everyone. Um, our original host is still on the way. There's a little bit traffic on the road. Um, He's gonna be arriving soon. But we can getting start. Um, all right. So thank you for coming to our new Newton classroom. So I hope everyone can find this place easier. It's a little bit tight, but I hope but we still have the full field and have the IQ room. So definitely we can continue the robotics normally. And I also want to mention the parking is very tricky. So if you park in the Trader Joe parking lot downstairs, please move your car because your car maybe got towed if you park too long. The best parking is by the street, like Washington Street, by the street. Unfortunately, we don't have a dedicated a parking lot, but if you really need help with the parking, maybe just follow the road and just find a parking. A little bit distance is sorry about that. So if everyone is good, let's get started. First, we want to welcome our counsel, Janet. She can host the seminar for today. So let's welcome her.
Nice to meet you. Thank you, Coach Lin. And thank you, everyone. And again, welcome everyone to our new campus. And this is a great time that we really want to gathering with the family and take these advantages to get into the community with the local. And today, we want to share some of the insight and the fresh experience our awesome V5 team coming back and IQ team, coach everyone coming back from the World Championship. And at the same time, we also want to create an environment for the learner communities, not only for the competition. This is summer is coming, so we don't want to share anything seriously. We want to have something is relaxing, vibe, and everyone can ready for the refresh start. Is everyone okay? Are we ready? Can everyone give me a good okay or woo? Let's get started. Are we ready? Thank you, everyone. Okay, and then get started with our. We invited a guest speaker from Boston Dynamic. We know this is a coming year for AI. That's why we choose the overall topic as the year of AI. Oh, I'm sorry. The guest speaker is on his way because of the traffic. But we will welcome him onto the stage when he arrived. Yeah, but we can get started with some other exciting guest speakers that we have today for our welcome the Vinci friends from Yale. Will go to the Yale University this year, and that's gave him a round of applause. And welcome today, and thank you for sharing your insight with us.
Hello everyone. So my name is Quentin Jin, and I have been a member here since I was in 7th grade. And I'm just gonna share. Thank you so much for inviting me today, and congratulations on opening the Newton part of this Vinci group. And so again, thank you so much. I will share a little bit insight about my application process. Yeah. So as I said before, I've been here since I was in 7th grade, and I had learned a lot in this place, both in physics and computer science and every single field. I found actually when I was here, I learned a lot about CS, which is computer science, and from there I learned about a competition called USACO, USACO, and I mean, after I learned about it, I spent a lot of time on it, and I eventually got platinum from it, thanks to these experiences, and helped me kind of learn about these things. And yeah, after that, I found this competition really helps with my application in many fields, both actually in both like the traditional like standard good schools and in like the tech schools, for example, like MIT or Caltech. Um, a lot of the in the last few years, a lot of the traditional tech schools, or sorry, a lot of the traditional schools that are known for their literature have been like getting a lot more tech-focused kids. For example, when I was in Yale's Revisit Day, I have met a lot of my peers who also have a strong technology background, and they even have a STEM tour for the students, the prospecting students, about the campus and everything. And yeah, a little bit addition to that is that I found VEX being very prestige competition, and it really helped with my application. This VEX has been like known in various, is acknowledged by various schools, including like MIT, Caltech, Stanford, and Carnegie Mellon, all those technological strong schools. A lot of my friends actually participate in like similar in robotics competitions in VEX to get into Caltech and MIT, and even in Caltech, their new Discord, like new student Discord, there was a robotics channel that's specifically dedicated for all the robotics kids. And yeah, I found robotics being a very impactful part of my application, both in the skills I learned, like technology coding, physics, and everything, and also the collaboration within this time. You have to collaborate with peers. You have to solve problem on the spot sometimes, and yeah, I found that very helpful for my application. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask, probably later, I guess. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you for your great openings. As we will have networking sessions after couple of guest speakers sharing their experience, and feel free to grab anyone you think you want to talk at the opening. And we talk about a lot of context, and this is the top golden questions from all the parents, and probably not obvious the kids. How we will be able to leverage the competition, and what is the insight for the next year, which we definitely want to give a great thank you to all the coaches and parents and students for your great effort during the year. So next sessions, we want to welcome our coach David from World Championship, and then everyone, and he will share with us the fresh experience from that, and also with the students together. So another round of applause to Coach David.
Hello, everyone. So, how are you doing today? Yeah, okay. I'm glad to see you again from last time, World Champion. People used to call me like a champion coach, but right now, I'm the world champion coach, right? So, I'm very glad that we made a very big progress this year. I have to say really big thanks to all the students, all the parents. Without your effort, our Vinci, our teams cannot be that far. So yeah, I'm very forward to all the parents and students. Thank you very much. And so for me, I want to have more students. I want to have more students to go to the World Champion and to feel, and then to go to the STEM area. And so from this year, we want to have more students, middle school, high school. I mean, it's very high school because the high school students need to apply for university. Some of them may not have enough time to working on a lot of robotics and the competition side. But we want to help them. We want to provide them with more like a volunteer staff, with more like their time to working on the VEX community. We want to help them apply better on their during their like university application. this is what we want. We want students not only get a great awards, also we want them to have a better application on their university, also have a better ability improvement in their future, like a career pursuing something like this. Okay, and next one. Yeah, we won a lot of tournament this year. So as you can remember, we won some tournaments. We won some state champion. We won U.S. Open champion, U.S. Open second place, and then in the Worlds. So we're supposed to get more trophy, right? So in both high school and middle school. But we this is our third year. Okay, with something we still try to explore, and then we may make some mistake during our step into the higher level, but based on our knowledge and all our students' effort, we are going to further and further. So this year we won the middle school world champion. So maybe next year we will get a high school world champion. So we want more students to try their best to step further. Okay, thank you very much. Okay.
So, Coach, I probably need your help to engage me a little bit because we want to invite the kids coming who went to the World Championship, not only World Championship but U.S. Opens, etc. So we have a lot of competition and tournament in this year. So they are here. So would you mind to help me to invite them coming to the stage, and we will have some questions to ask them to share.
Okay, sure. So in here, I see some faces that you can see on the picture who won the VEX U.S. Open National Champion from team 10102A. Yeah. So I want the captain Harris to come in the front and share what did you do and where did you learn this year.
I learned a lot this year. Overall, it's been a very great experience, and I've definitely grown a lot with not only David, but also my team as a whole. I'd like to give a special shout out to all my team because we worked really hard to get the success that we achieved this year, and I couldn't have done it without you guys.
Okay, so what else did you improve your because last year is our first year, but this is a second year as also first year as high school. How could you management your a team or your time?
Well, I learned a lot over this year. It was mainly just trial and error. I learned how I can successfully manage a team to not put so much pressure on myself, but rather make everybody do work so that we can all learn together. Because in the end of the day, this is a learning opportunity for all of us.
Okay, so you have some students very a low age, some of them are middle school, some are just 12 or 13 years old. How could you let them to focus?
I mean, it's pretty hard it's pretty hard overall. Especially my driver, he gives me a lot of issues sometimes. But I found that constructive criticism as well as nurturing him is the most successful approach.
Okay. Thank you. What are you planning for next year?
Next year, I'm hoping to bring one of these banners back from Worlds. I was pretty jealous that my middle school team could do it before I could, to be honest. And I'm coming back probably to learn to have more leadership and just grow overall with my team.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, very good. So Harris is one of my best students who did this for 2 years. From the first year, you may see some pictures. He's still very young and very shy about everything. And but 2 years later, he already talk with his teammate, deal with his alliance very well, make a lot of friends with not only our own teams but other teams. Yeah, he also help other teams when others have some issues some of our younger students, they may need some help for materials use or something like that. He's very generous to help. This is what he learned. Also, I will see in the first year, he see the winning very hard. If he's lose, I will see his face is become pale. Yeah, but this year, yeah, he still at the beginning he's still the same, but with he win or lose a lot, he will see a lot of things a lot easier. This is what he grew up. This is also our adults happy to see in the world champion. He has different choice for a line selection. But me as a coach, I have a different thinking, and then he follow my suggestion because he trusts me. Okay, but things that his alliance is not as good as we expect, which probably make him not go as far as we expect. He is actually as the first ranking in the high school, which is very impressive. Yeah. So, but this is what we're talking. Coaches may make mistake, but what more important is students take the reality and then step back further and then improve themselves. Yeah. So thank you, Harris. Yeah. Second, so I want to invite this world champion this year from middle school, from team 10102Z, Vinci Hard Drive. Okay. Okay. So we have 5 students, about 4 right here. And then I want to introduce themselves. I want them to introduce themselves, and then what role? Oh, we have the 5th one right here. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So we want to talk one by one about this journey. They work very hard, and 4 of them is the first year. Okay, but Daniel as a team leader, who is also 2nd year as a driver, okay, I want him to talk about himself, his feeling about this year and what he learned, what he did. Okay, Daniel?
I'm Daniel, and I'm the team captain and driver. It was my 2nd year doing Vex. So
All right, my name is Andy. I am the coder on the team, and I'm on the drive team. This is my first year doing Vex.
I'm Luke. I build. I'm on the drive team, and this is my first year doing Vex.
I'm Tiger. I'm the main builder, and it's also my first year on XV5.
I'm Hussein. I'm a builder, and it's also my first year doing Vex.
So in the worlds, after the world champion, they didn't give you interview, but I want to do it right here. So how do you feel after you go to Dome?
I was mostly just wanted to see how far we could get from that point, but that was basically our goal from the beginning. So after making Dome, we kind of were all relaxed and just went along after winning it and see what happens.
Okay. So in the Dome, they are all very good teams from all over the world, and then I still see you guys change the autonomous during that time. So as a coder, what do you think to make you change the code?
Honestly, one thing I've learned as a coder is that if one part of the code messes up, everything else is definitely going to be messed up. So I certainly did not want to take that risk. So that's why I decided to change it.
Okay, nice. So in a team, we also need to talk about, Vex is a competition that requires you have the alliance. I want to know what make you select your alliance from California.
Well, we were with them at US Open, and they had a really good auton, so we thought we already knew each other. We knew we could work well together, so we should just go again.
Okay. So yeah, this is another thing. So they went to the US Open, they know that team, and then they align them, okay, again with in the Worlds. Even though they didn't do really well in the U.S. Open, they lost in the division final, but they know each other. So in VEX, making friends is another very important part. Okay, and then I want to ask Tiger that as a first-year builder, what's your challenge and what's your goal for next year?
So basically, in this year, I'm just following the design and building. I'm not adding new parts or changing any parts in the design. So I may want to learn to design the robot more to change myself to make the robot better. And then I may try to be a coder next year as well.
Okay, so yeah, this is another thing. Students is not going to do one thing in 1 year. Like Tantan 2A, our captain only do building on the first year, and he leave the things to a coder. But second year, yeah, because his teammates sometimes may not have enough time. But what he did is he tried his best to fit everything himself. He do coding, he do building, even the strategy, alliance, everything by himself. I know it's very hard, but it's very impressive, okay? But I want to tell him that he can leave something to other teammates, to release himself, and then to do things more important to the team. Okay. Last one, Hussein. So, what are you planning to improve for your next season?
I want to I want to help design the robot more and be more active on helping the team. Yeah.
Okay, so next time you shouldn't be that shy and just tell more things about your team or your exciting things when you step into the dome. Okay, yeah. Okay, thank you, Tantan to Z. Yeah, and congratulations. Okay, and next thing I want to invite some other teammates, okay, from Tantan 2A to share his experience, what he improved. This is a student in my opinion, improved the most because he is the a second year doing VEX V5, and then he's only 12, I think, when he did a high school, but he just turned to 13, and as a high school team, which is very impressive. I want him to share about his experience. How did he management the VEX high school level competition and how to drive better? Okay, this is Edward from 1010-2A.
First I go to high school. I was I did really bad because for high school level it's just really hard between compared to middle school but after I go all these competition maybe I go to around 7-8 competition, and then after that I become more experienced and also my skill also become more high level, which yeah, that's I don't know. I think overall it's you just need to gain enough experience to maybe become to be more skillful. I don't know.
No. So yesterday his mom told me he went to the NEC a singing competition. Okay. Also he also did a baseball game and also in a club team. Okay, which is very impressive. So how could you manage the time you put on VEX and other things?
Basically my schedule is pretty tough. So maybe sometime after I go to Vinci, I also need to go to other class, which maybe my practice time will be lower, squeezed. But in weekend, I don't have that much class, so I can just squeeze my time in. But yeah, but my schedule become a little bit lighter now because I don't really have that much time doing Vinci because all that much class. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Edward. Yeah, he did mention like how he managed his time on doing something else and Vex. But I would like to see because I know him from like the 3 years ago. So the reason he become like that good for high school is he has been doing Vex driving for like 5 years. This is not like a suddenly okay. These students are very good. It's not all about like a talent. It's about you keep like doing this, make yourself better and better. Keep like thinking, make your team better and better. This is how you make like a Vex like your team go further. It's not only because okay I'm very talented student. I don't need to practice to be that good. This is impossible. After you get into Vex, you may see a lot of like students. They do really hard on Vex. So Vex is a project that requires some like a certain time on it. Also, if you want to like see okay I'm very good at one part, but I want to do something else. Yes, you can talk with your teammate. I want to do this part. I will try my best to do my part, but I may not do other parts. This is also okay, but you need to try your best to do your parts very well. Like Edward, he did only driving to be honest. He did like driving very well. Also, his leader also helped him to fix something as long as the robot have some issue. This is also another teamwork. So teamwork sometimes you may say, okay, you help me doing this, I help you doing this. But teamwork can also be, I try my best to do my side, okay, and make myself as good as possible. Okay. Last, I want to invite our like 10 to 8 coder to talk about her first year, not the first year, but first year here experience. Yeah, Claire is a student who is in Milton High School, and then I want because as we all know, like high school is pretty like the time is very like precious. And how could you manage your time doing your own like hobby and the Vex?
To be honest, I don't think I'm the best person to be asked this question. I honestly don't think I manage my time very well, but I think the best you can do is just try. Your time will not always fit perfectly with everything, so it's a lot about getting what you want, like getting your priorities straight, what you value more, and spending more time on that than anything else.
Okay, so thank you, thank you, Claire. And yeah, so the students it's all like also my like my favorite thing, my favorite like person to see every day. I want to see them, okay, to working really hard, to like very happy when they like bring the trophy back or like take the pictures when they win the champion. So I also want to see that in the future. So if you need any help, so me and Coach Yuan and Vinci will be on your back. And then feel free to ask us anything, and then we are very happy to help. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Coach David. I don't even know that you are such a good hostess, and I currently can feel the competitions as hosting the event today. Okay, so we not only have V5 team going to the World Championship, and as parents and educators, we want to nurture our young kids, and we know this is not like a one sudden thing that can happen at one time. So we really trying our best, and as a Vinci, we really want to dedicate it to nurturing how our young generation will be able to grow as their talent is, but also enjoy, and have the encouragement to explore what is outside showing to them. So when they're leaving out, when they are not by the parents, they know where they can make the right choice. So next, we want to share with our IQ coach Dex about like how our young generation went to the World Championship and they have such good time. And let's give Coach Dex a round of applause.
Hello everyone. So this is make me like really nervous. Like David go to champion and I get nothing home. So, but actually, this is my first year as IQ coach, and I believe most of my students they also first year, and we start a year slow, but we catch up. We got the regional championship, and we go to world championship. Everyone had a really great time, and the kids, I think they improved, enjoyed all way like in the past almost 8 months now. Yeah, I think we did a really good job this year for the new IQ teams. So we win over 50 awards over the seasons, and all our teams qualified for the regional final. And we got the teamwork champion, excellent award, design award, creative award in our state finals. And we have an elementary school team 6900B and middle school team 6900A went to world championship, and they didn't get champion, but their performance really good. Like with all the good teams from all over the world, the 6900B ranked 29 out of 84 teams in the math division of elementary school, and the middle school team 690A ranked 25 out of 83 teams in research division, and which is the like best performing team in Massachusetts. So yeah, and of course the kids had a really good time. They enjoyed it. They, I I see something that really like touching me is so as the kids so they really enjoyed it and really into it. So one night during the match, they actually practiced with another team from New York to like 12 a.m. in the middle of the night, just for the next day's match. I think that's really like show how our student is dedicated and hardworking and try to give them all to the competitions. That's pretty much for this year. And next, I want to have some IQ students do some sharing. Akil, how about you go first?
So my experience at the World Championship was truly inspiring. It pushed me to grow both as a leader and a teammate, and without a doubt, it was the most exciting and meaningful part of my robotics journey so far. I first heard about robotics or VexIQ robotics from my friends in the neighborhood who had recently qualified for the VexIQ Robotics World Championship. Their story sparked my curiosity. So when me and my family looked around for robotics institutes to learn, we found Vinci STEM Academy. They really helped me. After I visited in person, I met the instructors and I saw all the awards they'd earned in person in the past years. I knew I wanted to be a part of this organization. Vinci guided me from the very beginning, helping me understand the basics from building simple robots all the way to teaching me how the robots work and preparing me for regionals and championships in the robotics field. As a leader, I learned how to listen, solve problems under pressure, and make sure everyone on my team was heard. As a teammate, I learned to trust others, stay focused, share goals, and push through even when things didn't go as planned. Through this journey, I've learned a lot of skills and gained them through far beyond the robotics competition. I've learned critical thinking, communication, and real hands-on engineering. It's not just about building a robot. It's much more than that. It's about thinking clearly, adapting to tough situations, and working closely with others to succeed.
Next one, can I have Raymond?
This year, my team participated in the VexIQ World Championship, and it was really amazing. We had to learn about critical thinking, teamwork, and also how to build robots and to get to the World Championship. I think it was really amazing how I and my team and I went from the first beginning to the World Championship and also to finals. I think this year we learned how to work together with each other and build robots and also to be perseverant and have resilience in the competition. Thank you.
Okay, so basically, thank you, Aki and Riri, for their great speech. Like, they did a really good job during this season. Aki is like overall team leader. He led the 6908 team for all the aspects. Riri is extremely hardworking student. He like worked overtime every day, every class. Even like sometimes both me and his parents need to ask him to go home, but he don't want to. But overall, I think all our team have a very good experience, and IQ team. So I just want to talk more about the IQ team, IQ competition. So basically, for the IQ competition, it's aimed about students from fourth grade to middle school. So since we have such great, amazing V5 program, so most of the higher aged kids go to V5 competition. So basically, we will have like very young kids in our program. But I see like in the IQ stage, those kids also learn like leadership, teamwork, and how to communication with each other, how to control their temper during competition, or if there's something frustrating happening. So I think this is a really good phase. They can prepare them for like higher level competition, also learn basics about robotics. And next year, like 2025 to 2026, game is mix and match. It's I think it's more fun and than this year's game. Also, we are looking forward to like new students join our IQ team too. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Dex. So if anyone has any specific questions about IQ or VFAV or any VAX competitions, feel free to reaching out to our staff and our coaches after the presentation, and they will answer any detailed questions. And as educators myself, we all heard like, we want our kids to have the skills to grow by themselves, like communication skills, technologies, and that is why Vinci, we dedicated a lot of time, from everyone in the team, staff, coaches, and curriculum development. We want to help the kids to understand like the life is not a competition. You have the stage in the competition, but at the same time, we want to have some type of learners and insight about when they go to the championship, when they do to the tournament, in the end, how they will be able to apply the skills they learn on the stage to the future careers or something they will be excited for the whole life. So they can always be excited even though they face challenges, they don't know how to find the answers, but they still have the mind and the heart with them to go with them belonging. So next, we will introduce our guest speakers from Boston Dynamic. So every year we dedicate a lot of time from Vinci as the community to find solid companies from the industries to learn what is coming from and helping our kids to know how the robotic or STEM will eventually make contribution to their own lives. And let's give our guest speaker from Boston Dynamic, Mr. Wen, good round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you for having me here today. It's a great honor to be here. And part of the reason to be here is we have a mission to inspire more more people, especially younger generation, to get their interest in robotics. While it's great, the passion and the passion is there already. It's very exciting to see so many enthusiasm in the robotics. So let's talk about, I forgot. My name is Wei Tian. I've been working with Boston Dynamics for 5 years and some months. And I'm my background is a mechanical engineer. I've been working as on the quality side and manufacturing side and design side of Boston Dynamics. And my job mainly to working on this Spot platform, the robotics dog. So let's talk about how the company has evolved over the years. So what got me interested in robotics is when I was in college or grad school, I saw this video. That's Boston Dynamics' big dog that's slip on the IC surface and try to recover itself. That's about 2007. And what's led to that is what we call is LS3. That's S3 stands for, let me see if I can remember this correctly, Legged Squad Support System. Yes. So that's basically the DARPA or US Army or Marine project. So this is designed to carry up to 400 pounds of payload and can operate for a certain amount of time without having to refill. And it can traverse in multiple type of terrain and does not require pavement. And aside from the quadruped, which is four-legged system, we also had a bipedal system, so which is we call humanoid as well. So what inspired the effort into that is, this is, by the way, that started as a DARPA sponsored project. So we all have been wanting some general purpose robots that looks like humans since very long time. But what exactly driven that effort was the Fukushima incident. After that incident, we realized the director of DARPA back then said, "Oh, I'm surprised there's no robots can handle that dangerous task to go into the reactor to disable it or deal with the aftermath of the nuclear accident. So let's build something." So Boston Dynamics is contracted to build this platform we call the DARPA Robotics Challenge. And that is the basic platform for different universities or institutes to compete in this robotic challenge. And you can see that I label them as legacy. That means they are all the old systems. And since then, the company was owned by Google, and then SoftBank. Then we're currently owned by Hyundai. And right now we have two major, actually three major products, but my knowledge most is these two. So we have a quadruped system, which is a direct successor to that LS3, but is in much smaller scale. And the DRC Atlas then somehow make their own through this Atlas into the fully electric platform. But all the maths or physics discipline behind that, actually we can find all the roots back in those things. And so that's pretty much the evolution of the robots at Boston Dynamics. You can see we have come a long way from there. Something look like cumbersome machine to something much more like humans or natural creatures. So I have to admit, it's a very impressive journey, and it's more exciting to see more people are interested in the robotics field, and maybe we can make it more interesting in the future. And then what? So I want to ask you is how the purpose we are building robots right now is for them to work in 3D environments. What we call 3D is dull, dangerous, and dirty, that you do not want to send humans to go. So those two robots, even though they look somewhat cute, but the purpose for them is to go to the environment and work in the situation that you don't want to send humans to do. And other than that, how do you think robots will prove the life of humans? That's basically our take on the basic reason why we want to build a robot in the first place. And to answer that, first, what is a robot? So that's a big question. Anyone want to take a pass, answer this question? What do you think is a robot? Anyone? We had this lengthy discussion when I was in grad school ago. Okay. Anyone? Give it a try. give it a try. Just don't be shy. Yeah, I can see either of you stand. What do you think? Yeah, what do you think a robot is?
A metal person.
Great, a metal person. Does it look like this? Like this one? Yes? Oh, great, yeah. That's definitely a robot. So what else is robot? So I had a thinking, yes, at home, my washer machine can do a number of sequence routines. Do I consider that a robot? Sometimes I do, but that's not necessarily a robot that most people interpret it as. And Elon Musk says all their Tesla cars are robots, so they're biggest robotic company, which is not completely wrong. So they do have a lot of automation and autonomous in it. I think the key word is robots need to be complicated enough, sophisticated enough, and also need to be autonomous. Autonomous doesn't mean it will automatically run a number of sequences. It needs to be able to sense the surrounding needed is near it and processing that information and execute it. But in order to do all those, you need to have energy. So let's talk about that. So sense, what do we mean by sense? How do we human sense? We have eyes, we have ears, we have nose, and we can sense how much force I'm pushing this desk, right? Bench. So sense, we have cameras, you have ears, we call it microphones or acoustic sensor, and this is a string gauge. Anyone know what string gauge does? Okay, so I take that as a no. String gauge is the basic equipment used to measure deformation, which indirectly measure force. So with all those sensors, I'm just giving you a few examples. Then what it does go into is processing. Processing really have two major parts, a hardware and obviously the software. You need both of them all together. So hardware could be a simple, this is an NVIDIA SOS system on chip system, but it could also be a stack of computers or bundled together. And on top of that, for the whole hardware to work, we need to have very complex software. Some in the days of AI, there are many different flavors of them. So, and after that, you need to drive command to something to drive the robot. I'm taking this screenshot from one of our patents. This is called a leg, it's a screw-based leg system. So what is into this system? So basically this has a motor, drives this, turns, rotates this way once received command from the computer, and it drives something called a ball screw. Ball screw turns rotational motion into linear motion, which is in robotics we call it from revolute to prismatic, and this then turn this link to swing your lower leg. So that's one example of the execution. So or actuate, what you may call it. So what's in this system? In order to make this system right, what knowledge you need? Understand the electric motor or some other things. Previously, we used industrial internal combustion engine, but modern world we use a motor. And reducer, which in this case could be gearboxes, and in this case is a ball screw. And also, in this one, we also need a sensor that sense the position, sense the force, sense the temperature, a number of these things all together, and things like that. After that, what is energy? Obviously, we have seen robots use battery. This is example of the Tesla battery I took from internet. Everything I said here is found from internet. There's no confidential information. This is basically a cluster of a matrix of all those cylindrical batteries all combined together. So you may find all these things I say they're completely from different discipline of physics engineering because they are. Building robots intrinsically different. That's why in order to do this right, you need to have first be open-minded, understand a lot of knowledge from different sides, and also nobody is able to know all those things in depth in one person. That's why you need to be able to work with a very diversified team. Right? So that's why I'm so super happy that we have a group of people here today that are willing to learn in this project-based manner and collaborate with the team. So very happy to see all the work from the coaches, teachers, and more happy to see all of you here. That's all from me today.
Thank you. I really love the last part. Yes, so the collaboration make our work really better, and eventually I think it's not only what we are doing make us happy, it's also like we are passing the love, the heart, something we're really talking about intangible every day, which we think this is nonsense, but the real things that we work on every day, helping us to passing through all those intangible but happiness to our life. Awesome. We're talking about community a lot, and this is one part of like major missions and goals that Vinci really want to dedicate it to the local community, to our teachers, school students, and everyone that we get connected into the STEM education. So we partnership with iSTEAM for many years to promote volunteers, and that is a great way that we feel the teachers and the students specifically will be able to bring what they learn from about robotics into the real world. So if everyone wants to passing through what they have already learned, then the best way is to teaching someone else what you learned. So that's like a famous philosophies and pedagogies in education. So next round that we want to welcome the founders of iSTEAM to helping us to learn, the STEM autism curriculum program that we are running for years and share his learnings. And remember, we always recruiting volunteers year round, so everyone interested to come and join us in the iSTEAM will come to sign up or find any stuff to talking with us. Not necessarily that you need any robotic direct knowledge. Like we welcome everyone, just to join our community, and we can make this better. And that's gave our founder from iRobot, Eddie, a round of applause.
Hi everyone, I'm Eddie. I'm one of the founders of iSTEAM Academy. So I'm here to talk about one of our programs, which is special education for kids with autism. Right now we're doing VexGo robotics and some different educational courses that help them communicate with each other and just generally get to know what they're interested in. And this is one of my fellow teachers, Kalina, and she'll talk more about the course and what we're doing currently.
Yeah, so we're just teaching like elementary level programming and just like VEX, like elementary level VEX, just simple robotics for special needs kids. We also teach like driving. We're currently preparing for a special event, just like simple robotics for kids who need it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And any volunteers, if you're interested in getting some community service hours, or generally if you're just interested in like teaching or just getting to know some of the kids, I suggest you can sign up and just use the form. It's really fun. It's a great experience. I've had a lot of fun doing it for the past almost 2 years. So it was a great experience. All right. Thank you.
So we are not only recruiting volunteers. If anyone interested to just learn, this special education for free, feel free to share it with your friends who need the service. And it's just totally free elementary level curriculum. So we are very appreciative that everyone in the community passing, the words for us. Just want to mention a little bit, for the volunteers who participated our program in any format, we are documented the volunteer hours for students, for parents, all the community members, and every year in August, we will we will just do an audit for all the service hours, and we will representing our volunteers to apply the President Volunteer Award in the year round. So if you have any questions in that perspective, feel free to reaching out. And this year, we are running a new benefit exclusive for the members who joining us iSteam volunteer. We know, kids and parents have questions about how to planning the courses and their future career paths where they want to explore what is options they have in the STEM area. So we are partnership with one of experienced counselor who has over 10 years experience for the member. And you can schedule as one of the volunteer in the program, schedule a meeting with him, and he has past experience helping the kids and the parents now to navigate the path of planning. So the kids go to the top Ivy or top liberal arts school. So this is like exclusive membership that we really want to dedicate it in providing to all our membership as something that we would love to really pay back for them. So if anyone have questions, feel free to reaching out. Okay, and then we are very happy to move into our next sessions. So we got a lot of questions this year about everyone talking about AI. Just as mentioned about robot, like the purpose of the robot is to helping us as a human beings to do something that we don't like. But it feels like with the AI development, the robot not only doing something that as human beings we don't like, they can do something they really like, which is horrible. And we worry about our kids, if the robot, the iron person can do a lot of things, what we can do. And what is still the uniqueness as human beings, that's all the questions coming up with, all types of discussion. So this is a Tesla Optimum new moves, which already like real human persons. So we want to go beyond as our next discussion topic is what is the new coming of AI, the year of AI, and how the interdisciplinary development will helping us to over the counter and go to a next year of movement. Would you mind to help me to move the slides a little bit? Yeah. So, and I am the person who will give this topic in the next session. A little bit quick interview about myself. I'm a 10 years experience young profession, which is I think dedicated is young still, working in financial industry in the capital ventures and also technology field. So I'm doing due diligence and venture capital decisions for all the companies who earning and needing fundraising monies for their all types of new projects. And what I've been seeing for the past 10 years, which I was very lucky when I was out of school, fresh new graduate, I'm having this doubt all year long when I approach to find a job, why the companies want to hire me, and what is my uniqueness that I can persuading an employer or companies to hire myself, and why I'm not the person who will be laid off if there is a financial crisis as I'm in the financial field. Those horrible conversations coming up to my ears every day. Oh, there will be a financial crisis coming every year in my field. So that raised my question, really, really in-depth thinking. And this is what I found in the last 10 years with my personal experience observing over 100 new projects developing. So this is a philosophy about disruptive innovation. So disruptive innovation, anyone in this here today know what is the definition of disruptive innovation is? Okay, anyone want to give a guess just based on the terminology itself? Okay, I will take that as a no. So disruptive innovation actually is a core innovation spirit, which in United States especially, regarded as the core innovation spirit. Because every time when there is a disruptive innovation comes out, we either experienced a huge increase of human capital, or we experience a decrease of the cost. Which means we have something coming out nobody ever expected before, just like AI. And there usually have a couple of trends, like 5 stages of trend for the disruptive of innovation. The first one is nobody really hear about it, or barely someone knows about it. And then it moves out into a sample test, which, like, a couple years back when people starting to heard about AI or ChatGPT, you heard about the term, but you don't really know what it's about. And you have no sense about how that will be impact your daily life. That's the second. And third, it comes into an initial MVP, the minimum of improvement, which you can feel, okay, something around my side, coming out, which I knew this is a technology and it looks awesome, it looks interesting, but there is nothing really relating to my life. But you can sense it with a stronger feeling around your world. And then it moving into like the fourth stage, which is an important stage, and most of the new companies or new ventures coming out of that in the stage 4, which means they can start, the technology itself has already moved into a stable level. And for majority of the new ventures, they already conquered the technology barriers, and they're starting to raise funds, either even angels, A or C series, and then that is the point they have enough fund to making a lot of advertisements. And after they conquer that, they will come into the fifth stage, which is rapid development. Everyone never heard about it before can starting to hear all the news about the new technology and starting to worry about. And that is where the AI technology has already moving forward from the stage 4 to stage 5. And after that, this is a real world examples that just gave us a sense of like real examples what it means to us. We have Netflix, which converted with Blockbuster, and then the DVD rental business go into that. And we have the Uber, and then now I'm very happy with it because I don't have a car. I love Uber because I can take a nap in the Uber all time long when I go to somewhere like over 30 minutes drive. And we have Amazon, and already starting from a book reseller store, currently becomes like an online shop. And we have Tesla, very similar to AI. They will replace the traditional driving cars with the solar or electronic vehicles. So those are the real examples we can see. If you ever have questions what stages we are currently is, go back to ask a ChatGPT. You can do a comparison apple to apple and know where we are. And then backing up to our original topic, I know there is a new technology coming out, but how am I get ready and be prepared? And especially how my kids can be prepared, right? And they don't lose a job. And no matter what kind of job that we are doing currently, you will hear people will telling you, no, this is AI can do in the future, and when we can start it to scarify. And this is a trend we typically learn in all the industries. And I think this is the most useful PowerPoint. When I first see it, I feel relieved. Because I feel like, I'm not losing my value proposition. This is just a nuance. I have to be prepared. So the first one that I'm using the analytics as an example, because in the past 10 years, almost 15 years, like by 2000, analytics is the year of AI, just like today. That's the booming year of them. And then we can see a lot of new positions coming development through that trend. The first trend is architect, because that's usually when the core technology gap development, just like what our kids will learn currently, the architect stuff, how to creating a pipeline. And in the comparison model of the robotic world, it's like the engineering stuff, you have to do the prototype. And then it coming into more, and I just want to mention, the clockwise, when there are positions coming development, from 1 to 5, you will see there is a trend that the degree of the business acumen got increased. And at the same time, the engineering type of stuff got decreased, which I will show in the next slides. So this is a matrix about how we want to position our kids based on their own interest. We welcome I think everyone knows nowadays it's technology world. No matter what you are interested, you have to have some sense of technology, and I think that is probably one of the reasons all the parents will become interested about like I'm sending my kids in to see how the robot going, but that doesn't not necessarily meaning that my kids will become like a robot engineer or driver train builders, because I'm a girl, I don't like to doing my stuff, and handicap, always tell myself like anything related to like making the stuff, I can cut myself in because of the tomato into the hospital emergency room. So in this case, this is like a roadmap that we usually will passing through to our own team's analyst, like to position yourself, where is your value proposition? Just as a quick example, in the tech companies, we all know the product manager probably is, the top pyramid with a salary range. And the reason of that, if we see the key responsibilities and the key skills in their job profile, we will see they're barely engineering or technology concentrations on this position. But their skill set more concentrated on the business acumen, which means they have to know like how they can apply the technical skills, helping their kids, their teams in the real world business. And in the opposite side, we always have the kids who will always interested about like, oh, I'm the man who always do, the engineering stuff. I just, want to hardcore. I want to do all my best into the engineering world, architect the coding, and then this is where they will concentrate on. This will never change, no matter what type of industry it is. Like if you handle the hardcore of technologies that in your field, you will never be able to worry about you lose a job or anything, because you have the capability to development as the technology moves. So if you are business or in the middle type of person, this is where we can keep the concentrating, that you have the ideas or basic knowledge about what this technology does. And then you find the right sweet spot for yourself that you have the interest in. And then you just nail down about that business acumen. No one else can, beat you in that business acumen. And this is where we want to showcase to all our parents and our students. This is not something probably you will utilize today, but this is like a roadmap, which when you ever have a doubt, this is a good moment to sit down and review which is the route I eventually will move forward. That's all about my presentation, and thank you everyone. And since we are talking about AI, we are always want to give more opportunities for our kids to have the exploration. So we will have like 2 competitions, which is very hot recently. UC this is something being running for a couple of years, but still a good opportunity for the kids who want to dedicate it into the code industry to keep exploring. And then since we are in the year of AI, the AI competition Olympics is a new type of competition that they giving out real world examples and helping the kids to leverage that to get familiar with is the example protocols in the real world that kids can start to get learning about, like if I have an AI related product, what is the beginning phrase, what is in the middle phrase, and eventually where I move on. So those are the good opportunities that we will launch in the new years, and we are also if anyone, the kids or parents who love to participate or just have questions, feel free to reaching out. And we have Coach Yuan, who is the expert of those 2 type of competitions, and will give us like a more detailed dive in. And that's welcome, Mr. Yuan.
Thank you. This is okay. We start from the first competition, the USA AI. Actually, the full name is USA NAAI, or it's like because this competition is for the K-12 students in the US and Canada. That's why they call it North America. And this competition is used to this is too quick. Go back to it's used to select the US team members to participate in the international level Olympiad in AI. So definitely this competition encouraging and educating K-12 students to get knowledge of AI and develop skills in using using AI. Okay. So that and yeah, from the there are two rounds in the USAIO. The first round is in March, and the second round in April. So the first round is open to everyone, so you can have like project in school, and if your score is above the cutoff score, then you can promote to the second round. And the second round is going to be held in MIT, and then I think the first 10 students going to be promoted to camp, and that's a student going to be presented the U.S. to join the international level Olympiad. So next slide. The next is why students should participate in the USAIO. There are several reasons. First, definitely you can through that competition you can develop some AI skills, like you learn some fundamental, like you learn some math fundamental, and you also have some practical project, and so you know both the theoretical part and also practical parts of AI. So and also it's very it definitely can strengthen the quality of application. So last year the first competition, but this year going to be the second year. So first year this year there are eight team members in USA teams, and 5 of them got admitted to MIT, and 3 of them got admitted to Stanford. You know, Stanford is very strong in AI area, and those are the pictures of the 8 students. I hope some of you will be on my slides next year. Okay, so this is statistics of the result of the round 1 this year. The total score is 300, and as you can see, the cutoff score is kind of pretty low. It's just the 53 out of 300. So it's very promising to promote to the round 2. And last year there are only like around 400 students participating in the competition. And for if you join the math competition, probably there's around like 400,000 each year. If you join the UCICO, there are around like 100,000 each year. But since this is pretty new, everyone is beginner, so a lot of people don't know this competition. But the good thing is I think this is a good chance for the students who likes AI, who is good at like coding or math. And these are the topics will be covered in our training course. We'll talk about first we're going to talk about the math foundation of AI, also talking about coding. In this competition, we only use Python, and so definitely we are going to briefly talk about the Python skills, and also after that we are going to talk about the machine learning. Machine learning is main topic, especially for the round 1. And after that, we're going to talk about using like PyTorch, the framework, to build some model, and then we'll talk about deep learning and like transformer, natural language processing, and also computer vision in our course. Because the next one. I think the AI Olympiad USAIO is very promising because it's pretty new. Everyone is beginner. So if you are interested in AI, I think it's a very good chance to develop your skills and also get some honors in the competition. Okay, next competition I'm going to teach is UCICO. I believe some of you know this competition. So it's a computer science competition for high school scholars. Actually, if you are a middle school student, you can also join the competition. yeah, too quick. Can you back to? Okay, and it's founded by the it's okay. There are 4 divisions like silver, bronze, silver, gold, and platinum, and so the first competition gonna be in December this year, and then January, February, March. Yeah. So so that competition. You can go to the next slides. Yeah. So if you if you are okay, so here does the USQL help with the quality application? Definitely, the answer is yes. So each year, this is the old data. I believe this year there are less than 1,000 gold competitors. So go to the next slides. This is the data from the 5 years ago. I just got the data online. So most students promoted to finalists get admitted to MIT. So this is very good for if you are interested in developing your coding skills, or if you want to get some honor from the competition, and then this is also a good choice for you. And last year we have almost students promoted to next level, and some students even promoted twice in one season, which is amazing. Because usually it's hard for a student to promote once a year. So you may ask why they can achieve this. The reason is that we are trying to smooth the learning curve. So we are gonna in our lab class we are gonna teach students individually. We help them learning how to debug their code, and also create some habits. We try everything to make the class, make the everything accessible to the students. So they just make them and then they just make the class easier for them. So that's why we can get a good result last year. Okay. That's all.
Thank you. We mentioned about a lot of competitions, and we also have one interdisciplinary competition this year that called Competition X, and that the reason of this is we know we got the questions from all type of parents and educators locally. Like if my kids have some of ideas and they want to make this in the real world, what is the right steps that we can move forward to change some little ideas, but something they get excited into the real project, and starting to think about what types of scenarios they will be maybe face in the future. So we just create this will be a new competition that we will launch this year, and there will be 3 tracks that as the main theme, and we want all our kids and students smart living and living better. So that is the main theme that we are giving out. So we have a smart house, zero waste livings, and smart ecology or sustainable smart cities. Those are the examples about what type of things that you can inspire yourself, but this is not something that you have to do just as what we put here as example. We want to have this form stage that for everyone as a collaboration together, everyone contribute a little bit, and then eventually we can see all the result we feel excited about. Any questions? If you get familiar with any of these competitions, we are currently trying to get the fundings from U.S. National Science Societies, and so we will have the science mentors get supported to all the team members. And those DACA and FBLA are 2 business-related competitions that we will utilize the same methodologies from the business and financial side to nurturing our kids' mind. That as a broadcast, if anyone get interested, approach to one of the members or the staff, so we can helping them to get the conversation rolling. In the end, I think we are moving to the last part of today's, before we get into a brief break. We will have coming June 1st as our quest challenges for our young learners locally. So anyone, no experience, prior experience required. If you want to send any of your kids coming just to experience, get some hands-on experience about what the robot competition or what robot can work, then this will be a good timing. They can sign up. And the event will be held up in our New Tolo campus, and we welcome any local community members to join us. So if you are interested, feel free to sign it up. And also, as a year of AI, VAX AI World Championship is coming up, and I will give the stage to Coach Lin to introduce some of the insights for the VAX AI competition. I think it is a World Championship, so for any of the team members who is interested in AI and also wants to go to the World Championship, this is a good opportunity that will be held on the June 6th. And welcome, Coach Lin.
All right, thank you. I will be quick. So the AI competition pretty much is based on the V5 competition. It basically just use the same robot doing the fully autonomous competition to score. Our team 10-6A already qualified to the world champion. It's gonna happen in next month, and we hope our current V5 student can continue their journey, and it's gonna happen in Houston, so back to Texas, so we can see how our team going. So basically, the competition is full autonomous. We need to build 2 robots. We can modify 2 robots and just do pretty much follow the same rule and do the final competition. So based on the AI technology, the most important thing is the vision, computer vision. Pretty much, the most important sensor. Students just need to learn how to use the vision sensor, identify the objects automatically, and make a decision to do the competition. So most of the V5 students already learned how this works. So I hope you guys can continue pretty much with this. And I believe we have the bonus our V5 competition student can join our AI team from now. And we have almost less than a month to prepare the competition and see if we can get something from the world champion. I think that's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone, staying with us together, all 1 hour. I think we will have a brief break, and we have this QR code. So if anyone, have questions but have no opportunities to ask any questions, feel free to scan this or reach out to anyone all the stuff. Any questions will be able to answer inside of the group.
One more thing, for the current student who was our competition team member, we prepared a certificate for you guys. If you go to the front desk to tell which team you are, your name, and we have a few certificates for you to fill in. So don't miss that.
And our partner AOPS Academy offer bonus in the stage over here, and we will gather back around in 10 minutes. And there are food and drinks over there. And in the next sessions, we will have engineers, our delighted guests and partners, sharing with us tremendous great application and experience from this year. So we will be back in 10 minutes. And at the same time, if any parents would love their young kids to try out some demo classes, the class will be held in the 10 minutes at the same time in the room together. So, we will have some fun for the kids. But at the same time, if anyone, the kids want to listen to the experience, especially the high school students, will come to join us back in 10 minutes. Hello, everyone. So our next session will begin shortly. So would you mind to just coming back and find a seat? And kids, when we are doing the next sessions, can we wait after next session and do this? Thank you.
Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for your time today to be here. We are Ingenious Prep. We are a world-leading education consulting company. And today we have amazing speakers talking about how to strategize your profile to gain admission to competitive schools. And before we start, let's watch this video and share the joy together. Nice. How exciting. Yeah, but pretty sure like you've also like can tell how excited they felt when they knew about the results and they got into their dream school. And we are really proud of our students, and we are proud to also share their case, like their experiences and the case. Sorry, what's going on here? Okay, nice. Technical issues. Proud to share the successful case studies like what we saw in the video, and we can discuss and share our perspectives and let this be like an eventful afternoon. And thank you again thank you iSteam for letting us use your venue, and iSteam is an amazing organization as well. So today's agenda, we will be introducing a little bit about who we are and what we do, and share the 2024 to 2025 admission trends and data. And we will be able to share some real student case from Ingenious, who got admitted to UPenn, Columbia, Cornell, Duke, and we will, of course, open up to the room for you to ask any questions you might have. A quick introduction. My name is Felicity Wu. I am the Associate Office Director at Ingenious Prep for the Boston region. We are very honored to have Scarlett Wong, our Associate Managing Director at Ingenious Prep, and our main host today, Wesley Mills, former Senior Admissions Counselor from University of Chicago. So with the help with working with amazing experienced experts like Wes, our parents chose Ingenious Prep because we know how to combine the right people, our counseling team, our resources, the right curriculum, and of course the results. Our counseling team consists of former admissions officer, graduate coach, academic mentors, leadership instructors, etc., who will bring about the most valuable expertise. And in terms of resources, we have different programs that can enable students to be unique and differentiate themselves from other candidates. We have a curriculum that is backed up by a student management system, the Genie. And of course, after all, like we have 12 years of history, and after all years of tests and running, we have amazing results to showcase how our approach works. So these are the experts that I want you guys to be familiar with. Those are the former admissions officers. They used to work in a college, and they were reviewing the applications to decide who to get in or not. And fortunately, we are working with 150 plus former admission officers within the US, all over the top 50 universities, someone like Wes. And from other schools, we have, for example, MIT, Yale, Stanford, just to name a few. And we currently have the #1 amount of former admissions officers that we work with in the industry. The former admission officers, they work alongside this role, which is called graduate coach. The graduate coaches, they graduated from top schools themselves, so they've done everything themselves before. They know what it feels like, they know what it takes. And also, they are writing and adding experts because the graduate coach will be helping students to do hands-on writing and editing practices, for example, summer applications or your college essay. We also work with 200 plus academic counselors. Those professionals are professors, scholars, and researchers from top universities, and they will help students to do individualized projects to showcase their uniqueness. For example, this summer, we have upcoming academic mentorship program with topics ranging from business to STEM to humanity to art, everything included. And with the help of all the counselors and other professionals we talked about before, we have great resources to showcase how we can help students. We have academic mentorship program, which enables students to do individual research, leadership and innovation lab to help students build their own initiatives. And we work with Inc. 5,000 companies to build internship opportunities. And of course, we have subject tutoring, test prep, and academic and reflective writing seminars to help students get prepared for college essays and college level writing. So our curriculum is utilizing the objective insights from the former admissions officers who we work with, and we leverage their school-specific insights to build a systematic and operational approach. And this curriculum is also used to train our counseling team and also our other employees like myself. And with all that combined, like all the programs, leadership, research, and the actual curricular activities, etc., everything sounds a little bit overwhelming. That's why we established this Genie platform, which is a powerful online platform designed to streamline students' candidacy building journeys. For example, help tracking their progress, managing their tasks, and help them access resources from a platform and outside of their schools, and also help their counseling team to be more organized on what they are doing. And more importantly, the entire company is able to get on the same page with what, for example, what deadlines there are for early action, early decision, regular decision, and what the key milestones are and what the key progress should be. So this way, students can work with us productively, efficiently, and also stress-free. This is an overview of our 2025 results so far. 170 students of Ingenious, they were admitted to Ivy League and top 10 universities. And we have 298 top 20 universities offers. We have more than 600 top 30 universities offers. We also have more than 1,500 top 100 university offers. And compared to third-party applicants, students from Ingenious have 7 times more likely to get into top 10 universities, 8 times more likely to get into Ivy League, and with each additional year of service, students have 10% more chances getting into top schools. So that means if you enroll with our service in 9th grade, you will have 10% more chance of getting into top school than if you enroll with our service in 10th grade. And the numbers absolutely matter, but so as the testimonials, the reviews from parents, and proudly we have 96% satisfaction rate, which is leading in this industry. We have students constantly appreciating our former admission officers and graduate coach on how their informed decision or like their informed, like the information they got from their past experiences really helped them. And parents are always complimenting on our strategies that enable their students get into top schools. And now, with the introduction out of the way, I'm going to pass it over to Wes.
All right, can everybody hear me all right? Yeah. Okay, I'm not much of a microphone guy, so if I get a little bit quiet, please somebody just raise your hand and speak up. Thank you for the lovely introduction. Just as a reminder, my name is Wes. I am a former senior admissions counselor from the University of Chicago. Chicago is also where I attended both my undergraduate and my master's programs. For undergraduate, I double majored in cinema and media studies and English language and literature. My master's is a master's in humanities, again concentrated in cinema and media studies. So you might have guessed that I'm very invested in how we tell stories, and that's my favorite part of working with my students, is figuring out what their unique story is going to be, and how can we best present that to universities for the highest chance of admission. I've worked in the admission space for a little over 10 years now, starting first as a student tour guide for the University of Chicago, moving on to my roles as senior admissions counselor for them, and then in my work as a private counselor, I've helped students secure admission to universities including Princeton, Stanford, Dartmouth, Northwestern, UC Berkeley, University of Michigan, University College London, and many others. The first thing I'd like to dive into today, so you have an understanding of some of the background, the context for the case studies that I'm going to be talking to you about. Let's look at some trends from this last admissions cycle. So here you can see, for a small number of schools, the number of applications. So you can see here some prestigious universities. Harvard doesn't release their data quite yet. MIT, the number of applications have gone up. Places like Yale, Dartmouth, Brown, and Columbia, those numbers have gone down a little bit. Duke has gone up itself. And here, of course, you can probably guess the corresponding acceptance rates. At all those schools where the number of applications went down, their acceptance rate shifts in testing. We are seeing this shift back to a test requirement from the test optional days of the pandemic. There are some places, some universities, like for example the University of Chicago went test optional the year before the pandemic, so I would expect them to remain test optional even though most top universities are going back to this requirement. But again, it's still a good idea to plan on having a strong test score that you can submit to these universities. You don't want to end up in a situation where your dream school that you want to apply to changes their testing policy, and now you've got to scramble and get a strong test score in time for you to submit your application. Plan to have your testing done. It is an important part of the process, even where it's an optional part of the process. It's also important to think about the fact that a lot of these schools and majors that you might have thought of as safe options before are now becoming much more rigorous. For example, at Purdue, the engineering admission rate dropped about 10%. So it's very important to be thinking strategically about where you're applying and why you're applying to these schools. Takeaways here: early decision remains of the utmost importance. You'll see this REA, that non-binding, that is what's called restrictive early action. Some schools like Harvard, Yale, for example, have this restrictive early action plan where it is non-binding. You just can't apply to any other private universities early. So it is a very restrictive option. Again, you're taking away that chance for you to apply to the boosted and mid-grade chance of the early decision. You're taking that risk and letting that go in order to take a shot at REA. It's not worth it unless you are certain you are a top candidate for one of these schools, because you're kneecapping yourself in terms of the boost for admission that you're getting at other universities that you might have a more realistic chance at. School selection continues to be very important, as I mentioned. You can't necessarily rely on those new Ivy type schools or places like Purdue as your safeties anymore. Prioritize tangible impact in your extracurriculars rather than necessarily name brand internships, for example. If you can say that you've made a difference in your community, that will remain the most effective way to make an impact in the admissions process. And then, again, just to hammer this point home even more, testing, treat it as mandatory. Okay, so let's dig into some case studies, starting with student D, whose former admissions officer was from Harvard, the graduate coach graduated from Columbia, and the progress manager from Western Ontario. So when they started with us, they were a strong student, certainly, 3.96 GPA, nothing to sneeze at. They had a few different interests that they had going, so interest in documentary production, as student government, and with business. They were involved with orchestra. So they had a lot of different threads they had running, but not necessarily any clear interest emerging from these. It comes out a little bit later, and I'll talk to you about how, that their main interest is in business, and so that was one of the main challenges we had, is how can we bring this out in their application, that this interest is clear in that application to the university admissions counselors reading it. So the first thing we did is interest exploration. What are you interested in and why? If you don't have a solid answer to these questions, you will not get into university. The most common application question, supplemental essay question that you'll have to write is, why are you interested in attending this university? And the most effective essay you can write for that is an essay that clearly states where you are now, where you would like to be, and the exact resources the university you're applying to, what they have to offer that will get you from point A to point B. You can only answer those questions if you know what you're interested in and why. So these are the first things we dig into with our students. What are you interested in? Where do we need to build out your profile? And how can we do that? We highlight overlaps, of course, wherever we can see them. So things like filmmaking and social advocacy go hand in hand with one another, absolutely, especially something like documentary production. And they also had a great deal of cultural and international engagement. There's Spanish culture and trips to Spain, language and arts, really building towards a multicultural entrepreneur persona and an entertainment persona as well. So we started building an extracurricular enhancement plan with, as well, you'll notice here, priorities 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we'll help our students understand, okay, where can we most effectively make an impact in our profile building? Where should we be targeting our efforts here? Business and entrepreneurship, number 1, this is the main academic interest. Everything else is flavor to that main interest in business and entrepreneurship. Now, business and entrepreneurship are very, very competitive programs. Any pre-professional program will be. Something like nursing or pre-med or business, for example, these are all the most competitive programs you can apply to. Having something like social justice and advocacy or an arts component to it, these give depth to these students who might otherwise come across as, oh, I want to go be another generic social issues at the time, which is why social justice and advocacy can be such an effective way for you to make an impact in the application process. Again, it comes back to that showing that you have made a difference in your community and that once you graduate, you will continue to make a positive difference in the world. Universities are very receptive to that. All right, so again, really thinking about how we can push the students' business profiles. When they joined us, they had only participated in a Wharton summer program. So some few others that we pushed them towards were the Blue Ocean and the Diamond Challenges, both business-related challenges, very competitive. So if you're able to make a name for yourself in these programs, that's great. You're really helping yourself to stand out in the application process. But also partnering with local arts organizations to create a youth arts summit, which I'm going to be talking about here in just a few slides as well. We hooked them up with an academic mentorship with a professor from Princeton University to really flesh out their academic codifications, what we call them, so essentially the proof of the academic interest in the subjects the students say they're interested in. So this student decided to focus their academic mentorship on their musical interests, so the scientization of music within China, essentially how what we think of as classical Chinese music came to be. They did a research project on that, so again, bringing in that social and cultural and arts element into the profile, but they then built out with the business challenges to give the entrepreneurial flavor to this application. And then here's that signature project I talked about. So I was talking about the Arts Summit. So this student had, a multicultural arts program running at their school already. We helped them to expand that into a larger official nonprofit, which they filed that application while they were in 11th grade. And we also helped them to diversify their revenue streams in order to bring in a great deal of fundraising so they could put on quite the expo. They expanded to Spain and Canada, so they added 2 more countries and put it on this art summit at Carnegie Hall. You can see they raised over $40,000 in revenue. They reached over 100,000 views on Instagram and were able to log over 500 service hours. So this is a great example of what we refer to as, again, a signature project. So a larger scale project that will take you 1 or 2 years in order to complete. It will synthesize a lot of different skills and abilities that you'll be able to demonstrate, leadership capabilities to put this on, social skills in order to build the network, drive the fundraising, right? So a lot of intangibles that you get to demonstrate with a signature project like this. A commitment to seeing an activity through once you've made that commitment. You're not just going to start an activity and once it gets hard, ditch it after just a few hours or half a year, right? Signature projects are great to demonstrate a lot of these intangible qualities and bring your profile together in a wholly unified way. We haven't forgotten about the summer planning, so I mentioned the Blue Diamond and the challenges, the business challenges, But we also found a social entrepreneurship, an entrepreneurship and social justice, program at Columbia specifically, which was essentially a perfect amalgamation of their various interests in this social entrepreneurship angle that they were building with their applications. And so they attended this program as well before the summer, before their senior year. So all of this leads to what we refer to as an application persona. Now, an application persona is not anything that is ever in your application directly. There's no spot on the common application that says, what is your application persona? Rather, you want to think of it like, if any of you have seen a cartoon where somebody has to leave the room really quickly and they run straight through the wall and leave a person-shaped hole in the wall, that's essentially what we want your application persona to be. It's not something that's written directly in your application, but every part of your application points so strongly to this persona, the admissions counselor has no choice but to come up with it on their own when they're reading your application. So the way admissions works is your application goes to a regional admissions counselor who is the first person to read your application. If they like you, they then have to take you to the admissions committee, and they have to sell you to the committee as well. So not only do you have to convince the regional admissions counselor, that counselor has to go on and sell other admissions counselors on your application as well. So if we can have a strong elevator pitch or application persona that the regional counselor comes up with on their own, that gives them great ammunition when they go to that committee to say, hey, here's exactly who this student is in one catchy sentence, and that starts you on a strong foot in that committee. So, this student reframed her work as social entrepreneurship, as I've been discussing. The persona that we settled on for them was a globe-trotting, traveling musician, vocalist, and advocate using business to drive cultural equity. So you can see this business is just one word in that persona, but mostly it's about multiculturalism, equity, arts, right? And so that all provides some flavor to this overall academic interest. Now, it's important to think, as I mentioned, that gives you the stuff to write about in your applications, right? So now, what I'm going to be talking about is the things we did during application counseling itself. What did we do during the application season to help the students? And the first thing, of course, is thinking about which schools to apply to and what majors to apply under at those schools. So we settled on the primary major being international relations or international studies to lean into this cultural element of her profile. The alternative majors is sociology or history for wherever international relations wasn't offered or where it just made a little bit more sense to apply as a sociology or history major. But then also adding in a Spanish or Latin American studies, Hispanic or Latin American studies minor as well to really drive home this interest in multicultural equity. And then building that school list that thinks about schools that prioritize business, arts, equity, culture, all of that. So we'll make this school list and present it to the student. They discuss with their family, and of course we have final conversations and answer any questions they have and final shaping of the school list together. Now the personal statement, this is the essay that you write that goes to every university that you apply to. Well, that's on the common application anyways. And this is really where you want to demonstrate not only your personality, but anytime, this is one of my favorite things, anytime that you can use a seemingly unrelated topic to tell a story. So in this case, it was talking about her personal growth through the theme of musical composition and using that as a metaphor. I think that's really a strong approach to these essays. Universities love to see students who are thinking creatively, and I'll fully admit this might be my Chicago interdisciplinary bias coming through, but anytime that you can demonstrate an understanding of how your interests interact with other parts of the world, whether that's internal, external, whether that's in concrete ways, whether that's in just new ways to think about the world around you, anytime that you can combine these interests in exciting and unique ways, I think that's a very strong approach to essays because generally speaking, no matter what your interests are, there's so many people applying to college, you're not going to stand out. The way that you can get it, or you're not going to be unique is what I want to say. The way that you can get yourself to be unique is by combining these interests in a way that only your brain can produce because you're the only person who's had the life experiences that you've had. All right, building the activity list, of course, you can't just throw your activities on that list. Quick pop quiz, how many characters do you think you get to describe your activities? You have some examples up here. Pretty short descriptions. Anybody? 20? 20 characters is a little short, but actually you're in the right vein because most people think you have a lot more space than you do. You get 150 characters, including spaces, to describe these activities. So most people think you get a lot more space than you do. That's about it. That's about as much space as you hope to have. So you have to be very succinct in how you describe these activities. You have to be very particular about the action verbs that you use in order to make it sound like you're a mover and shaker and the person who's making it happen in these activities. Universities ask you that you order them in the list in the order that's most important to you. So you want to think about balancing, okay, which are the most prestigious activities, which activities are the most in line with what that persona I say I have is. It's very intentional the way that these activities are ordered. So this is something that our counselors work very closely with our students on as well. I want to emphasize, of course, so we started with their global impact and their interdisciplinary leadership, talking about that cultural exchange project. Moving into the artistic and entrepreneurial skills, we got to break that into two. So the cultural exchange project that they started, and then the overall, they raised $2,000 for girls' rights. So other activities and entrepreneurial activities that they did. But then also the cultural aspect is important as well. So the Stop Asian Hate, just as important as these more tangible business and quantified activities as well. So never underestimate the importance of hobbies here you can see they're not the only part of the application process. Only 1-4 for this student. They're the president of the cultural exchange. They had a lot of social justice and community involvement. And they were admitted to both Columbia and UPenn. Okay? So again, just 1-4 on their AP test. All right, so let's move on to the next student who came to us again. Strong student when they started with us. 4.0 GPA, 1530 on the SAT is just outside of the top range. Generally speaking, you'd want to be at about 1550 before you can feel really comfortable applying anywhere. That would be within the middle 50% for essentially any university. 1530 might be just outside the middle 50% test scores for some of these top universities. They are interested in health sciences and pre-med, so as I mentioned, any sort of pre-professional degree are going to be very competitive to get into. The student, not any different. A student who's interested in medicine needs to be able to differentiate themselves somehow. So that's one of our main challenges with this student, as well as they were somebody who had some challenges with time management as well. So we were able to help them through that. So, again, working with our students to evaluate their profiles, where can we make most effective impact? So maintaining these high impact activities, they had been involved in a patient care activity, so since they were interested in pre-med, of course, staying involved with that patient care. Photography, we were able to incorporate that within the medical elements of the profile. I'll tell you how, I think that's the next slide. And research, but then dropping low priority clubs that aren't really related to this persona that we're developing with the student of medical advocacy. Deepening engagement in scientific research, and again, building out one of those signature projects that I discussed. So their signature project, they were very invested in photography, as we mentioned. So we encouraged them to launch a project that essentially, how many of you have heard of the group Humans of New York? Or the guy, I guess it's one guy, Humans of New York? Some? So yeah, essentially they pair pictures of portraits of people they take on the street and pair them with that person's stories. Did a similar thing here where they paired cancer survivor patients with their stories and did a photography project on this. Was able to host this on a website, partner with an organization called Hearts of Steel, which is a cancer survivor advocacy organization, and submitting to the Scholastic Art and Writing Awards. We were also able to talk to the student about more sticky situations, things like ethical storytelling and HIPAA, and making sure that we're respecting, these patients' rights. So we really want to make sure that we're doing everything above board, of course. We are considering all of these as we're working with our students. Then I mentioned this was a student who struggled a bit with their time management skills, so we worked very closely with them to make a very detailed timeline. Some students need this kind of guidance. Some students are much more when you take a more hands-off approach. And that's one of the reasons that we have such a wide stable of counselors and graduate coaches to pull from, is that we can partner students with the best counselor, not just academically who's going to be able to help them, but also in the personality and working styles. And this is that persona, again, that I mentioned. We wanted to emphasize, because just being a student who's interested in pre-med is not enough to cut it. We have to emphasize that special, what makes you unique, what makes you stand out. This is a student who's going to blend medical interest and research with humanities and humanitarian work. So a rising biology scholar, an aspiring doctor who critically examines healthcare from a scientific, technological, policy, and humanistic perspective to advocate for the fullest for patients. And you have a great example of their advocacy through that signature project, their cancer survivor photography project, right? That's a great demonstration of their advocacy right there. Again, we helped them build those school lists. He visited everything from UIUC to Case Western and decided he really liked schools who were full strong in academics as well as athletics, and so we targeted Duke as their early decision school. And we also thought about what majors make sense for the students. Somebody who's interested in pre-med, somebody who's interested in humanities and humanitarian work. Engineering is a little bit more like bioengineering can work for pre-med students, but it's very competitive. He didn't quite have the STEM profile for that, so we leaned more towards biology and public health majors as our recommendations. And the narrative structure for the personal statement, again, bridging that theme of bridging STEM and humanities. So deepening this personal statement here, you can see a selection of comments from one of their counselors, thinking about how we can move this forward, how can we shape the narrative of this essay, thinking about phrasing as well. Here, this counselor is talking about softening the phrasing, more so going through the motions, which is very important. I worked with a student whose summer applications, the summer programs, he's working a lot in autism advocacy, for example, mental health advocacy, and just some of the ways that he was talking about things wasn't quite, we're always on the lookout for making sure that we're presenting things respectfully. There's no way that, the diverse array of former admissions counselors who are going to be reading these applications, we're always looking at keeping an eye out to make sure that they're not going to be receiving something inappropriately, things like that, right? All right, and so here's what the student's profile looked like when he finally applied. 3.9, again, ended up with a 1570 SAT. Had not very many AP scores, just 1.5 and 1.4. He was the founder of this cancer survivor photography project organization. He had done an internship at a local lab. He had done research, and he was a board member at this patient care organization. So a lot of activities that really leaned into this profile, right? However, we did know that he didn't quite, stand out in the the pre-med process, and he was deferred from Duke. This is an interesting result because students who apply to early decision, because they are making that commitment, because they are investing so much in these applications, universities generally don't like deferring students from early decision 1 or waitlisting them from early decision 2 applications. They generally like to let those students free so that they can make the decision that's right for them. If you get deferred from an ED application, that university is very interested in you. You are like right on the line for that university. So that's where these letters of continued interest become very important. These are a quick note that you send to the university after you've gotten one of these deferral or waitlist decisions. It doesn't work if you've been straight up denied. That does end the process and you can't appeal those decisions anymore. But deferrals or waitlists, these letters of continued interest are very important. This is where you reiterate that this is your top choice of the university. You give not a full why do you want to attend this school essay in there, but just a couple quick notes of I remain committed to this future plan, and your resources here, here, and here are really going to do wonders in helping me get there. I will absolutely attend if I'm admitted off the wait list. Absolutely, these letters of continued interest can make a huge difference. Again, it's about protecting that yield result, right? So if a university has a question of not an early decision because you're assigning those binding agreements, right? But if an early action or regular decision, something like that, there's a question about whether or not you'll attend, they might defer you or waitlist you to see how you respond to that. And if you reach back out, that's a good sign. They'll pull you into the class. If you don't reach back out, you probably took an offer at another university. They won't pull you into the class. They'll protect that yield a little bit more. So you can see the student was also admitted to Washington University in St. Louis, but he was able to get off that deferral into the Duke class. So very important to make these letters of continued interest and to stay engaged with the process, even if you get a result that initially might not be the one that you wanted. And the final case study we'll look at today, they're a former admissions officer from Yale, a graduate coach from Rice, and a project manager from Western University. So again, strong GPA, but no testing, no AP records. Had been involved in fencing, the mathematics competition, and robotics. Very interested in computer science, and of all the pre-professional degrees to be interested in, computer science is the most competitive. We've sort of been ramping up in how competitive these programs have gotten through these case studies. You really need to have something to help you stand out in your profile with computer science. It is by far the most popular major right now. There are so many people trying to fit through that door. You gotta have something to help you stand out. So, the first thing we started working with the student on was building a comprehensive testing strategy, as well as looking at what their academics throughout the rest of high school should look like. So you can see here, talking about what courses the current registrations were, as well as what ones we wanted them to register, or what our recommendations were for the upcoming years, as well as specific plans for AP exams, SAT test dates, and when those exams should be taken. Statistically speaking, students peak the third time they take either the SAT or the ACT. So usually there's no point in taking these tests more than 3 times. Usually it's the case, of course there's exceptions to every rule, that's why I have to say usually, So we wanted to help them expand those experiences as well. So they're not just traditional with all the rote activities, but they also did this jet propulsion lab program to deepen their STEM involvement. All right, and then the signature project, again, grew into a hackathon, which showcased their leadership, organizational skills, commitment to bridging their technical knowledge, their own technical knowledge and interests, again, with the community impact. That's what I was telling you about. Make sure that you're having a demonstrable impact in your community. That is the most effective way you can make an impact in the admissions process, is to say you've had an impact in your community. So leading this hackathon in a local library allowed students who might not otherwise have had access to this type of education get that education. Libraries are a great resource for you. They would love to host, especially high school students who are interested in these types of academic questions. Anybody who wants to lead workshops, host a speaker series, your local library is going to be the #1 resource for you. All right, and then of course, encouraging the student to pursue leadership positions in robotics and mathematics, and expanding this profile in tech education through something like Tech Nights at their school to help build this persona as a STEM educator. But then, again, leaning into the social and cultural commitment, even if it's seemingly unrelated to your interests. You know, think about when AI facial recognition first came about. So my background is in cinema, right? So when we first developed lighting systems for making movies, they were lighting systems for white people. They were not lighting systems for black people or people with darker skin, for example. And so cinema had to go through a technological transformation to make it more inclusive. Computer science is exactly the same. AI models are only as good as the people who program them. And there was big problems when facial recognition first started that it did not recognize people with darker skin tones as well as people with lighter skin tones. That is an issue with not having as much cultural competency in the programming team as they needed, right? And so leaning into these sorts of, even if it's unrelated, or you think it might be unrelated, again, universities are very receptive to any of these socio-cultural issues. All right, and so working with the student, again, pairing them with the research mentor to help them lead them through a big data research project and work through the publishing process for that as well. Research is a great way to dig into your academic interests. I always recommend research. And finally, there was a student who was very interested in fencing. Athletics is an interesting discussion piece. If you are being recruited to a university, athletics can absolutely help you. If you're not being recruited to a university, athletics is a strong extracurricular activity, but it's not specifically a thing that's going to help your application. So yes, it can be great. If you are one of the best, it can be worth it to push yourself and really strive for that, as we encourage the student to do. But if you are, just getting mid-ranking results in your competitions or worse even, don't be afraid to be honest with yourself and have those conversations about, okay, should I be hanging my admissions hat on a different extracurricular activity perhaps, because that's not quite going to cut it for athletics. So, the persona that we settled on for this student was an accomplished fencer and forward-thinking data engineer, data scientist, focused on finding ways to help his community through technology. We have a lot of evidence of this through his hackathon, through his tech nights, through his engagement in STEM education. And here's his profile when he worked with us. So 4.65 weighted GPA, 1540 SAT, 3 5s and a 4. So again, like good APs, but none of these students had real, huge blocks of AP tests. They are an optional part of the process. He had been a fencing national champion and had regionally podium, so he wasn't recruited, but he was clearly, in order to get those types of results, you have to really commit to this activity. That does help. He had been the team captain, the chief engineer of the robotics team, captain, vice captain of the math club, and he was admitted to Cornell. So very good results here. And I'll be available for a Q&A in just a second, but I'll turn it over to Felicity just to wrap up the presentation.
Nice. Thank you, Wes, for sharing the insights and successful case studies, and can tell that your audience really like what you did. And just an overview and a little bit details on our 2025 undergraduate admissions results before, meanwhile, people can digest what happened and open for Q&A in a bit. So this year we have 7 offers from Princeton. We have 6 offers from MIT, 8 offers from Harvard, etc. And this page is for schools ranking from 12 to 22. And this page is for schools ranking from 24 to 35. And the comprehensive information about our results this year can be found on our website. And we are very proud of our students. And the way we help them is, as Wes discussed before, and these are the services and programs we provide to help students along the way. So for the candidacy building program, students can enroll as early as 8th grade, and students will be paired with a 2-on-1 team with 1 former admissions officer and 1 graduate coach. And those are the experts who are going to be on every step of the way to help the student to make the tough decisions to build the profile that as strong as they can be. And so those are our programs in research and leadership, test prep, subject tutoring, as we mentioned, and finally, last but not the least, application counseling, which is an excellent way for students at their 12th grade, like they can join summer before the 12th grade, and to utilize what they've already done in their high school years, all the effort they've already made to build up the strong application from scratch to perfection, with the help of a former admissions officer and graduate coach. So the programs and services absolutely matter, but what really makes a difference is the system and the workflow that we built for our students. For example, for our academic mentorship program, we have this workflow for students to be able to build up like a high standard project with high academic value. We pair students with academic mentors from top universities, and those mentors are the professors or researchers, tutors from those universities, and they are along the way helping students get into a deeper topic and help them understand how to write a paper, scientific paper, and then finally help them see if there are any opportunities to get the paper published. So, and the students also get access to carefully curated lectures on research methodology so that they can know what is the academic rigor. And so the final deliverable for this program could be potentially like a first author publication, like paper that get published in a journal, and potentially a letter of recommendation from their academic mentors, and those things definitely add value to your application. And likewise, for our Leadership and Innovation Lab, this lab is not just a leadership program, it's an ecosystem for students to launch, to scale, and refine their impactful projects. We pair students with leadership experts and industry like experts on different fields that students are interested in, and those instructors are going to help students to build their projects, their initiatives from 0 to 1. And they will get, because it's an ecosystem, students get access to different opportunities, competition, different platforms, funding, and a global collaboration network. So we are very proud to have the one and only high school student project funding. And from data, it shows that 85% of students who enroll in this program went to top 20 US colleges. All right, I think that's all we have today for the presentation. And if you're interested in working with us, feel free to, this is my WeChat, and this is my email, this is my phone number. Feel free to reach out to me. And we can do like a free consultation for about 30 minutes to an hour. And as of now, feel free to ask any questions you might have for Wes and for our team.
Well, oh, yes. Like all the 3 students you're talking about, you develop a signature project. That's kind of the things I see. It's important. But for my daughter, she's gonna be a 12th grade, so there's like only summer. I mean, we only have less than half a year.
Not uncommon. Many students we work with start with us in the summer
a question. So regarding you mentioned about the like for example GPA and all the AP tests. So how do you like for example like my daughter she's in like a private high school there she's taking courses according to their school is like equivalent to first or second year college level. So how do you like adjust their GPA because like there's certain courses that she's taking is actually already past high school
think that's a pretty good questions here. So actually at Engineers Prep, we are using a not hourly rated model to help with the students, but rather deliverable based. So for the AC season, we help with everything, your activity list, your essays, your personal statement supplemental essay in a unlimited model. So that is why we're having the best results every year. And then just to add something regarding the sports thing, so actually there's a two type of activities. There's a foundational activities and there's a persona building activities. So sports are usually considered as one of the foundational activities, but those persona building activities is where you can stand out. For example, your signature project, your mentorships, your research opportunities, your leadership. So these are the things that can help students to stand out here. And then thank you very much for staying with us today. And then we are very happy to meet all of you. And if you wanted to schedule a consultation, feel free to contact Felicity here. And then thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. We will have a quick demo with the robot that we have, and we have the kids probably will some time to just start over the machines and prepare, and then we are open to the community for networking, and for any of the other questions, just reaching out Ingenious as a great partners and our staff. I think they have a table by the front door, so if you have need any material, feel free to grab it. And we also have the academy, and for us, we have the bonus if anyone interested for fall 2025 or summer classes. There are bonus right beside the stuff. So grab them so you can have some discount. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.